furry forest, so be on the lookout. You
Aren't
never
they
know
pretty?
what you may
That's the
see.
hurricane. Sebastian. Oh, I knew
Here it is. That's an okapi on the right.
Oh,
That animal with the white stripes on its legs.
oh,
The okapi, despite looking like a zebra, he has nothing to do with the zebra. He's a relative of the giraffe. He shares the same long frontal top as the giraffe. A couple white birds up on the top of the left. Those are yellow-billed storks. They're carnivorous birds. They eat small fish, birds, and other animals.
Oh, it sucks that they eat their own kind.
A pretty good view of the okapi. Come back around.
He said. Oh, he also said birds. But if I'm wrong, I'm sorry.
He's going to walk behind the bushes.
Come on.
We're going to head down here towards the watering hole, see about finding some rare species like the black rhino. There's one on the other side of the log. I see, yeah, so they'll be headed up there.
Freaking rhino?
Black rhinos were nearly hunted to extinction for their horns. And unfortunately, there are less than 5,000 alive today, even on reserves like this. They're not 100% safe for poachers. Do be on the lookout. There he is. He has to be around 3,500 pounds or so. He can charge up to 35 miles an hour.
I think it's mud. Just kidding.
His horn is not connected to his skull though, so if he loses it, he can grow it back. Just takes him quite some time.
At least he doesn't die.
I know, they're like...
I'm taking a whole video.
no, wait till you get over here. You have a clear picture. Let me do it. I'll take
No,
it.
I'm taking a video.
Oh,
This is even better than pictures.
At the very top of the hill, there's some bongos, the orange animals with the white stripes. And then there's a couple brown animals with white stripes on their body as well. Those are okapis. Okapis, right now. So those are greater kudos, the second tallest antelopes in Africa. The kudos, those are both females, so the males have horns. Both the kudos and the bongos are nocturnal animals. We don't see them out here too much. At least not very active. They're sleeping.
What are you doing?
There's a couple white and black birds way back on the left. Those are saddle-billed storks. They are the tallest storks in Africa. They stand around 5 feet with a wingspan of around 8 to 9.
I'm just trying to hold on to this with my dear life.
Alrighty, we are leaving the forest behind. We're going to head up here towards the Sloppy River, actually. See if we can find some hippos. So be on the lookout for the hippos.
Hippo?
They love to hang out under the water, though. They can hold their breath around 5 to 8 minutes, so we may not find them right away. There's two down on the right, though. They're under the water. They are some of the larger animals in Africa. Calves will weigh in around 85 pounds or so. Full-grown males will tip the scales around 5,000 pounds. They get so big because every night they'll eat around 150 pounds of vegetation, making them some hungry hippos. There's actually a bloat of hippos up here on the left. That's what we're referred to as a group or herd of hippos.
I video's better.
They're not the best swimmers, hippos. They prefer to sink all the way down to the vertical floor. And then they'll just walk across the very bottom.
Jesus Christ.
On the backside of the island. They can reach about 20 miles an hour on land, so you don't want to get in the way. We're going to follow the river around though and see where it takes us.
Oh, Mom.
Whoa. You're not offended.
Well, looks like we made it over to Crocodile Bridge here, folks. Just be sure to stay seated. These are Nile crocs on the left. They are much more aggressive than American alligators. They actually get to be around 20 feet long or so. And around 1,200 pounds of pressure in their jaws, easily crushing the bones of all their prey.
Mom, you listen to him.
On that note, we're going to go ahead and get out of here.
He's sleeping. He's like... Driver, can you slow down?
Let's go ahead and see what else we can find out here. looks like we're going to head on to the savannah, a completely different ecosystem. But first, speaking of different, here on the right, the upside-down looking tree. It's called the baobab tree. It survives long periods of drought by storing water in its trunks and by going leafless around 9 months out of the year. So.
Took a fast picture, that's good.
I missed it.
Got some.
This is actually one of my favorite views out here on the whole river. The Serengeti grasslands, they stretch for hundreds of miles across East Africa.
Oh, Mom, look.
They are a superhighway of millions of migrating animals
Can't.
each and every year. Also home to some of our favorites, such as elephants, giraffes, and lions. South here truly is the wild Africa, describing it so. These are sable antelopes. Down on the right, they are the symbol of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. That's a baby in the middle. Not a baby, more like a child now. The horns get to be around 62 inches long or so.
She gets the giraffe. Nice pick.
You gotta take a picture.
Alright, we're going to make our way around the savannah here and see what else we can find.
Oh, I gotta take a picture.
The savannah does get its look from the animals that live on it. Elephants are like bulldozers. They love knocking the trees down for food. The giraffes are like pruning shears. They trim the undersides of the trees. They also like to come in. In the middle there, those are Patterson elands. They are the lawnmowers out here. They'll mow all the grasses down. Little nibblers like warthogs and gazelles, they'll trim up the edges. So in a balanced ecosystem, there's plenty of food for everyone. Large termite mound on the left, made out of termite saliva and mud, bakes out here in the hot sun. Becomes hard as concrete. Elephants love using them as a scratching post. Once they wear them down a bit, the antelopes will get on top and use them as a lookout to see over the tall grasses. A close view of the elands coming up here. They are the tallest, largest antelopes in Africa. They'll stand around 6 feet, usually from the shoulder to the ground. They'll weigh in around 2,500 pounds. They really have a beautiful twist in their horn about halfway through.
Mom. Mom.
I'm getting there, guys.
Alright, we'll leave him be. He's munching away on something.
That's so cool that they have all this space to run around. And they're like dogs. Yeah. Like if you can get out. Maybe more of the birds alone. Oh my.
That's a Maasai giraffe on the right. Maasai giraffes get to be around 18 to 19 feet tall. They'll weigh around 2,000 pounds or so. They have a very leafy edge pattern to their skin. Get a better view of that as we pull along. On the left side, there's going to be white-bearded wildebeest. They're right in the trees here. The wildebeest are believed to have the largest land migration in the world. About 1.5 million of that nation every year. They reach around 50 miles an hour, and their babies can run just 15 minutes after being born. Allows them to keep up with the migrating herd. Oh, here's another Maasai giraffe on the left side. We don't see them bend down too often, so you're getting a pick of that. And a pretty rare one.
I'm getting its butt.
One wildebeest on the right side there.
Beautiful.
And then a couple guys.
He's looking at it.
On the right with the really big horns, those are Ankole cattle, also known as Watusi cattle. From the Watusi tribe in Africa, who was the first to find and domesticate them. Their horns will get to be around 5 to 6 feet long or so. They're not heavy though, they're hollow on the inside. They use them to circulate blood, it helps to keep them cool. The giraffe on the right side is a reticulated giraffe. It gets a little bit taller. There's going to be a reticulated giraffe coming up on the left as well. They get to be around 20 feet tall, they'll weigh around 2,500 pounds. They have a much more square-like pattern. It's this guy in the front is a reticulated. Much more square pattern to their skin. Not so broken up and leafy. Alright, we'll leave the giraffes be. They usually only sleep around 30 minutes a day. Usually while standing up. There's another reticulated giraffe out by the palm tree.
Got your fix today.
Alright, be on the lookout for some African elephants. On the right. They're the largest land mammals in the world. They're coming around 12,000 pounds males. Females coming around 8,000 pounds. You often see them flap their ears like that. That exposes the blood vessels in the back of their neck. Helps to keep them cool. There are some mandrill monkeys in the trees. Mandrills are incredibly shy and reclusive monkeys. They're the largest monkeys in Africa. They have to be around 100 pounds or so. Got colorful faces. Males have colorful backsides as well.